Hey guys, how's it
What?
going? Welcome.
Melee party? Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Downtime in the Hangar, man.
Welcome to my Salt. Trying to kill things.
Yes,
Okay,
welcome to
sorry.
Salt. Salt time in the Hangar, baby. What's going on? I'm GamingEmblem.
God.
The minute you started the intro, I came out of my transformation into Gaza and I was like, oh, help.
Okay, so are we gonna use that? Are we gonna
Yes,
go with it?
we're going.
Oh my
Downtime and Hangar, bitches.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
go.
Yeah, welcome to the Downtime here where we talk about all things GBO2 and tangent and stuff and things. So guys, I'm joined by GamingEmblem.
Hey, no Salt here.
And Gustav the 13th.
Yep.
Oh, so guys, how was your week? Oh,
It's
man.
been
You can probably
amazing.
tell. I'm good. I'm doing all right. I'm just excited that Mobile Suit Gundam Maxi Boost On is out. Extreme versus Maxi Boost On, whatever.
Has the Salt set in yet, or is it just like a fun new experience so far?
For
Maxi Boost?
Yeah, Maxi Boost.
So far, it's
yeah,
a fun
neither have
experience
I.
because I've been playing the PvE.
Real talk, I wanna see a poll of everyone who is like playing the open access and was really excited and like pre-ordered and all that, and then like how many of them have actually touched it since it released.
Yeah, I've been really curious about that too. Like,
yeah, I'm definitely in the group that hasn't done much after.
I feel like it's got like Smash Brothers Brawl syndrome, where they just like let you show and like play too much in the beginning before it even got out, and now people are like, "Well, I already played the game. It's literally the same. Whatever."
I mean, the Barbatos Lupus Rex. Now that that's actually in the game and it's really cool. I mean, yeah, I didn't know it was actually already in. I didn't know those were like launch release suits.
Because it was gonna be a pre-ordered doodad.
Yeah, so that is hype. So with that, I'm really interested in just going and playing that in multiplayer and seeing what I can do with that thing. But other than that, now that I can do this offline co-op split screen stuff, that has been insanely hype. So
that being said, are you actually gonna end up getting Plus to play online?
Yes.
I don't want to raid, push up to me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll play at some point in time myself. I just don't know when that is yet.
Me neither. Especially since I'm trying to like, I guess for my week, we hit the point of no return for Yakuza Kiwami 2. So right now it's to the point where we're grinding like the side hustle stuff to get all that out of the way and see what that gives us. And then from there we'll be doing the finale and moving on to another secondary game.
You know what another secondary game is yet?
I mean, part of me, like, especially like once we hit the ending, I wonder if I'm gonna be like, I kind of want to just do more Yakuza, you guys, but like, obviously, I really shouldn't. I should probably do something else. So yeah, I need to figure it out a little bit more. The grinding is gonna take a minute. I get the feeling because we only.
Oh, you're my match, Gustav. What the hell?
What do you want me to do about it? You're the enemy then.
Oh, that's
I just like looked at the person that killed me and freaking Gustav's dirtling around in his Gaza.
Yeah, my Taurus Gaza. It feels good. I like it.
Don't mind me. Totally not playing Battle Operation right now.
I mean, I do every podcast. Spoiler alert.
Oh. But yeah, Gustav. So is that pretty much your recap of the week? Anything else?
Yeah, nothing else too crazy. Just been trying to keep up with streams every day. I've been doing dog sitting, so like my schedule is even weirder than normal. So sometimes I'll be on really late. Just because I'm trying to fight the urge to like nap the minute I get home.
Feel that.
Oh. Change categories.
Oh no.
But yeah, the
What category do you usually do? Is it the game or is it like just chatting? Or not just chatting, but podcast?
Normally on the game itself.
Same here. Since I have like gameplay and stuff going on. But yeah, before I probably shouldn't have. Is that you and the big swingy dude then?
Me? No, I'm playing Blue Gundam.
Okay.
I think I actually MBL'd you earlier.
Oh, that explains what that beam was then. Jesus.
But yeah,
I
Emblem,
see
what
you.
do you?
Oh, you little fucker. No. I see you back there trying to line it up. No. No.
What have you had going on?
Bacha!
Mainly just getting back into the swing of things. I'm back at work now, so I've been trying to get back into the swing of it. It hasn't been too bad. I mean, it's mostly just training right now, so nothing too crazy going on.
Hopefully on the clock.
But everything's real loose. I just sit around the office and watch training videos and stuff right now. It's great.
Oh yeah.
How long is that supposed to be?
It seems like it's going to be about a month. The plan itself is for like at least 5 weeks. It says 7, but I feel like it won't take that long, maybe.
Unless it's just like a very by the book kind of thing. Like, yeah, I mean, just take your time. Cherish it now.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But besides that, I mean, it's just been the usual stuff. GBO, banana boat.
Oh no. Oh no. Phantasy Star Online 2 banana boat. Oh man. It is not loot at all.
That is a totally not loot emote called banana boat. No!
Code banana boat.
But yeah, you pretty much, there's a summer theme, and the boats are now banana.
All right, listen, I need you to turn faster, you fucker. Jeez. We're here trying to hit this stupid Gale gig.
But yeah,
oh, thank goodness, we got another kill.
Not loot and stuff. I did not realize the amount of fan service in the anime No Guns Live. Started watching that.
I was gonna say in Fantasy Star, totally, but
oh no, like
yeah, you guys literally got us by 100 points or so. Like, god damn it, gross.
Which anime, Magnum?
No Guns Live.
Oh, okay.
I hate when you downswing somebody and then you're like, oh, I'm in space. Where did they go?
For real.
But
you know who doesn't have a problem with that? Fucking Hyzax hitting your toes all day.
Right. But anyway, yeah, so pretty much what I had going on this week was garden work. And stuff and things. And I put in an electric fence and worked myself way too hard because I decided, maybe you guys can see this on the camera, but I decided
it's like you're gaming too hard.
Put gloves on.
Oh no!
And yeah, I gripped the controller way too hard, and
yeah, you play Maxi Boost too hard, man.
Way
you
too
gotta calm
sweaty,
down.
and yeah. No,
but I mean, heaven forbid you actually get a stick, and then it's gonna actually get really bad.
Oh yeah, for real, though, right? Yeah, I need to start a like donation goal for one of those. Let's go. But
fight stick.
Yeah. But anyway, so the hoe that I had broke. And all the need to get a new hoe jokes.
Yeah, I was gonna say
in chat, of course.
Magnum out here breaking hoes.
Did you take her to the hospital?
Oh my God.
You better not have said that she fell down the stairs.
Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway. But anyway, then
hold on. One real quick, one disclaimer. The people of Downtime here do not think women are objects. It's just a pun based off of slang.
Yeah, we need to have like a button.
We respect all peoples.
We need to have an edit. It's just like disclaimer, and it just freezes the entire thing, and you just have like a voiceover for that part.
I just need to have a button, like a soundbite that's just like Downtime the Hangar does not support blah blah blah. All this is for blah 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 legal jargon stuff and things.
Okay, there's gotta be, I'm sure there's a browser based or like a program based like soundboard where you could have stuff like that.
Oh well, yeah, for sure. But like, I could just use it as a soundbite. That way it plays over the thing. But yeah, like, I need to make one now, and I'll just talk really fast and use my voice. It'll probably take 50 takes to do, but that's what editing's for. I'll do like the first half and the second half.
The magic of voice acting
That's how you do. That's how you
and
record
post
music.
editing.
I mean, that's how you record singing music in the first place in most
Mm.
rap
Things said at
songs.
Downtime and Hangar do not reflect the actual opinions of the people on the show, and it is purely for satire purposes.
It is the
Please do not flame us in the
1920s.
comments, YouTube.
It is the 1920s all of a sudden on Downtime in the Hangar.
What's going on, old boy?
Back in my day, things like this were
Aw,
okay,
man.
but now it's 2020, and we do not actually think this is okay. We're just making a joke.
This is the problem
Simply
with
not
having
acceptable.
coffee and a white shirt.
Because now you have less coffee and a white and brown shirt.
Yeah, pretty
Oh
much. I
no!
don't know if that's coming through on camera, but oh well. Anyway,
I was gonna say, wait, you didn't change after the fact? You just kept it on?
wait, what?
Well, he just spilled it, right?
Did it just happen?
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
took
I
a
think
drink.
so.
Oh, you just did it. Okay, I didn't notice. Sorry. Video game,
Anyway,
video game
but,
bar
uh,
them.
but yeah.
enough.
So yeah,
enough,
then.
Go ahead, Magnum.
Oh,
We're doing really good for our
Yeah, I was about, I
Oh
just
yeah,
said
like
enough
2
tangenting.
hours. Oh yeah, okay. Less than 4 minutes on the rest of this. So yeah, so blisters on my hands because I decided to just use the metal part and go at it and just
Mm.
you just
Oh no!
get down there in the dirt and just hoe at the weeds the entire time with just a hand and the metal part of the hoe. And yeah, I was like, oh, hey, this really isn't that bad. I don't feel any pain on my hand. It's because there was dirt and stuff covering everything up. And then I looked at my hand when I got done and I was like, oh, there is so much skin peeling off my hand right now. This is not gonna do well. So I got 4 blisters total now. And but I got a weedless garden, and then I put up electric fence like literally the next day, which that was the day that I slept 16 hours. So I went from like killing myself hoeing the garden so much, and then like putting up an electric fence and doing most of the hard work all in that day. The rest of it was spent. The reason why I didn't get finished was because I had to like untangle wire for the fence for like hours. So yeah, the untangling stuff is fun. But it's up now, and I got more cucumbers and stuff. And so far, the rabbits and the raccoons haven't gotten back into it. And I was gonna resort to putting out traps if I had to, and then I just make some rabbit stew. But yay,
Well, it's kind of like Six Flags, right? More blisters, more fun.
Oh god!
something like that. But other than that, games-wise, I've been doing more Ghost of Tsushima and Hades. By the way, I keep forgetting that we were like the podcast was. It feels like there's been a bigger gap in everything, and it's just because the update just happened, right? So I was just
Yeah.
like, it's because the update's been going for so long. My whole timeline of what day it is has just been off. But yeah, I did Hades. Really good game. I like it.
It looks better than what's their name? Super Massive or
Giant Games.
whatever. Super Giant. It looks better than the other two.
I mean,
to
I
me
love
anyway.
Transistor. It plays more like Bastion if I had to pick one of the two. They also have Pyre apparently, which I haven't looked at either.
I think Pyre is the newest one.
Is it the newest?
I thought Hades
was. But one of them, they're pretty close. That's the thing. The one that caught traction again was Hades. Like they had a lot of news on Bastion, of course. They had a ton of news on Transistor, and they kind of just disappeared. And then all of a sudden, Hades. So I don't know which one is the newest, but I completely miss Pyre personally. I know it's. I mean, I knew it existed, but it was just one of those like there was no fuss about it, so I never like checked it out. I just know it's been mentioned in chat here recently, especially once I played Hades. But the with Hades though, you got a ton of different weapons, ton of different build variety because it's kind of roguelite, so you can slowly upgrade things. Of course, I picked Hell mode, so it's super hard mode right out the gate, and you can't turn off the. So apparently, the way it works normally is you have to beat the game to get this pact to make the game harder. So then you can turn things up, a heat gauge essentially, and the more you beat it, then you want to beat it on harder difficulties to get more stuff to keep upgrading things, kind of thing. That's apparently how it works. So that's kind of a cool system, because I was wondering how do they keep this loop going, right? If eventually you beat it, what happens? You just want to beat it on harder difficulty. Okay, cool, makes sense. But the thing is with hell mode is you can't turn some of those off, so you're automatically stuck at heat 5. And there's some of the stuff that you probably wouldn't want on in the first place if you didn't have to turn it on. Like for instance, if you get hit with multiple things, you just take all the damage. Rather than gaining iframes once you get hit by something, you gain iframes for like a second or so. So you can't like just get one shot by getting hit by 1,000 cuts, essentially. So yeah, it's kind of interesting.
It's kind of PoE like in that aspect.
Yeah, pretty much. And then you got a ton of different builds with all the different skills and stuff. You got, and again, the thing is it's RNG, so if you're going for a specific build, you might just get RNG screwed and not get to do it that round. But there's tons of different ways to play, and apparently everything gets even more upgradable and stuff, and I'm not going to go into that because that's spoilers, and which is why a friend of mine said there is more things you can do. And I was like, what? So I originally thought there was just like 6 weapons, but apparently they're still like the same weapon, but it can get cool stuff to upgrade them somehow. So I don't know.
They have 6 now?
Is. Yeah. So
okay, last time I saw gameplay, they had like 4, I think.
Yeah. I don't know whether they added them or what, but now I just started to unlock the fist so I can punch things. I don't know what the 6th weapon is. It's just a blank spot right now. I'll get that later. But yeah, pretty cool. The bow is so far.
It doesn't seem as bad. Best. The constant jabber while you're playing the game isn't as bad as Transistor and Bastion. So if I ever got around to it, I could actually play it. I hate the narrator in Bastion. He needs to shut the fuck up.
No,
like he is annoying as hell. Looks like the kid's gonna go do some dumb shit. Not really sure why he's going over there. Like, shut the fuck up.
Oh my gosh, what does that remind me of? There was something I was playing recently where there was like a narrator doing. Oh wait, no, that's right. No, you would love Hades then, because the narrator goes, yes, in this one area there's a thing and so and stuff, and then like the whatever his name is the character you play
the
as,
main character.
He's like, what? You're weird, narrator, dude. Like, can you please shut up?
They were throwing shade on their own game, pretty much.
Yeah, I think so. With that, like, he keeps commenting, like the narrator says something, he's like, spoilers. Well, thanks. Way to be a jerk and just blurt that out, you know. So there's some really cool stuff between him and just the narrator god voice kind of thing. So yeah, there's some cool stuff with that. But anyway, that's been a lot of fun. Tsushima's been fantastic, especially since I found out how to turn HDR mode on the PlayStation in general, and then turn that on the TV and everything. And I mean, well, it's been on the TV. It's just it wasn't on for the PlayStation, and so TV was kind of forcing it to be there. But now that the PlayStation's working in tandem with the TV, everything looks good. Like I went back to Death Stranding and it looked even better. Like I think it could look
you do the remote display, so technically you don't need it off because you don't have a capture card.
Oh yeah, well that's the other thing too. Yeah, but the remote, it always downscales a lot of it. But at least I could tell the difference between with it off and now on, because there's also an HDR mode in Tsushima as well. Like the amount of settings they have in that game is just crazy.
Oh yeah, especially because of the photo mode too.
Yeah, there's the photo mode, there's all the sound settings. Like they've actually got the full 3D headset audio. Like, do you have a true surround sound headset? They've got a setting for that. It's like, what? What is this company? Why? What?
Is it bad that I don't care about any of that stuff though? Like, I remember seeing you talk about it. I was like, who cares? I don't know. For me, I would never even use that half of that stuff. Like, am I just like a plebeian?
Like super icing on the cake, you know.
I mean, so far you're not getting a good track record between this and Bastion, so yeah.
And Rick and Morty. Oof.
I don't know. I feel like I'm
kinda
not
agree
alone
on
on
that
Rick and
one.
Oof.
Morty.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. My
I
bad.
gotta concede that one.
Sorry. I had to just. I had to try for that one. I was reaching for that one. My bad.
Go on, stretch your Armstrong in this bitch.
But
Like
yeah,
Bastion,
guys.
everything else about Bastion looks okay. They seem to let you turn off the announcer.
But I think that's really been the other two things. Other than that, the usual stuff: PSO2 dailies, GBO2 dailies, lots of GBO2 dailies because I've been playing my alt account. But we'll get into that later.
Salt.
Yeah, a lot of bit of salt with that. Actually, there's gonna be a lot of me salting about some of the stuff and things around just
Get your
this event
tinfoil wallets ready.
and 650 costs.
You
But
say tinfoil wallets.
anyway,
Yeah.
let's talk about the cool things in the new suit. So the for some reason I forget what this thing is called. So I mean I was trying to say like the J Jarja. Okay, yeah, got it. I remember what that thing is now. You know, every time I try to say it, I always get the J and the R's mixed up. So I want to put like Radra instead of call it. I've been wanting to call it the J Radra. I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds completely wrong. But yeah, Gustav, you got it. And
I do.
Emblem, do you have it?
Nah.
Well, here, I'll
I
pull
still don't
up
know if I want to roll on it
Gustav's
yet.
gameplay.
I'm actually in a Gilgig right now. Fuck.
Okay, well,
I'd
when
like
you
to
get
own
in
it,
it,
though.
let me know, and I'll pull up your.
Yeah.
I'll pull up
Oh,
your
I got one
gameplay.
in front of me fighting. Oh boy.
But so what do you think of it right now? Like, you were talking about the space aspect and it being a little.
Well, that was another thing. That was the Gaza.
Oh, Gaza. My bad. Never mind. I'm crazy.
But this it's interesting because it's another one of those on paper amazing suits. And then you add the human element and the fact that everyone goes super hard on generals and shit, and I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
some of the initial matches have been kind of rough. It has a lot of interesting like little details though. Like if you see when it's boosting, its shoulder bits actually fold forward, so that when it's charging, it's using its shoulder buffer actively in the boost.
Yeah, because I remember looking at him like I bet it's just that little tiny fin in the back, but it actually flops over, and whenever you're and the shoulders move very well for that. So I think it even looks like it does it for side boosting as well. At least for the shoulder that
Yeah.
you're boosting toward. So like whichever direction you're going, it essentially if they're shooting your shoulder, you've got defense.
God, that power of friendship statement showing up really fucks me. God, that's awful.
But
Yeah, the Jar Jar, at least right now, it seems like it has some good speed. Its boost feels like it kind of runs out really fast. But the crazy thing so far is that it has combo controller 2, but it not only counts for the main melee but the secondary. So you're doing 3 swings on both of them. But at the same time, the downswing on the sub weapon is so good that you're pretty much just following up from your main weapon into that. Maybe at most you're doing like your neutral into the downswing, but you're just racing to get like that big damage.
I got to
Depending on what you're hitting, you're doing like upwards of 6,000 just for the downswing alone.
oh
for
yeah,
the,
that was gross
for the
yesterday.
bayonet.
Yeah, that thing is gross.
Now that being said, that is in relation to the 500 version, not the 550, because this is a base 500 suit. So it might be a little
for the
results.
550. We were kind of guessing this, but I got to play against it with the MLRS, and I proceeded to laugh and decimate everything.
Which is a little rough because I feel like the shoulder missiles on it give it a good rush down. Because like regardless of what it hits, it should give you the stun, and then you just get in and just clap cheek.
It would stagger me from long range, but the thing is, I would like decimate it once I hit it. So it would have to fire at me, which means it wasn't taking advantage of its maneuver armor.
Yeah,
So as soon as
and I
it
mean the
stopped,
thing to
I would
keep
have to hit it.
in mind with that is that the baseline ballistic defense is 9.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I was able to just kill it like it was a general suit,
Mhm.
and I was just like, well, yep. Kind of guessed this from actually being able to deal like 130 or something is what I was dealing with the Gatling on the level 2 Dom Barrage. So yeah, with
So yeah,
that
I
it
mean
was
that was a little bit of a baffling choice. They tried essentially making a red comfort but with melee, and it's just like why? Why would you do that specifically in like higher costs too? When and like in a sweet spot higher cost where there's still a lot of suits that are rocking ballistic shit.
it has a dodge roll, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the thing is, the 500 I think is the sweet spot for this suit because personally, what it would have to compete with is the as far as like top tier, of course.
Mark II, the Rick Diaz, the
Gallus J.
MLRS,
Well, I
Gallus
mean,
J. Gallus J,
Yeah,
I've
raid
noticed by the
speaking.
way, is that
raid wise though.
when it does its lunge, I mean it's not competing with raids because it really shouldn't be
Well, I mean,
doing
like,
that.
yeah.
Like at
Well, I
all.
mean, like, as far as to pick it is what I'm saying is like to
The
actually
Bear
take it out.
Tetra.
Well,
Um,
500.
Shiki.
5.
Oh, at 5.
Yeah.
Bolonok Saman, which I think the
Ooh,
damage
that's an
potential
interesting-
kind of is even. Depending, because I mean, I think if you do
It's a
like
smaller frame.
bayonet downswing, it is. I think if you do bayonet downswing into saber downswing and to follow a bayonet downswing, if that works, you should be able to put out pretty similar damage output to the Bolonok with a combo. You just have to literally hit everything. Goof Custom, G-Line Light Armor,
Okay, the lights are
G3
good.
Assault Armor.
Light armor is pretty vicious these days.
I was
Like,
gonna
I
say,
feel like it hasn't really missed.
I think well the Striker
Yes.
Custom is like the top tier of melee at that, right? So if anything has to get in melee range, it pretty much wins out there.
Yeah, Striker Custom.
But the thing is, I feel like this could be one that is used at range because it's got a very interesting beam rifle. And again, those missiles, not only do they stagger really quick on the MLRS when he would hit me with those, but they actually do some good damage. Like, if he hit me from
Mhm.
behind, I just got clapped pretty much. Like, he would half health me or more just with the missiles and, like, the 2 shots that he could then follow up with from the beam rifle. And the beam rifle has, like, a, 1 second ready up time for you to fire again?
Yeah. So it's
pretty quick.
Yeah, so you can just...
slower than the Alex, but faster than like your Grandpa Gundam's kind of beam.
Yeah, so you're just... yeah, you're pretty much just firing as fast as the Alex, pretty much.
And it's a I think you already mentioned it, but it's an ammo based charge rifle.
Yeah,
Which is
and
crazy because it has 10 shots.
Yeah.
And there's like there's no caveat, right? Like when you're charging, you're not using up extra ammo for the charge. It's just from that
Right.
one shot.
I like that part about it too, because usually with suits like that, charging is a filler action and you get punished for it, but
Mhm.
there's no punish for it with this
Yeah,
suit, which is
literally you
kinda
can
nice.
just loose it and that's it.
Yep. So what I was thinking too is, could this suit be like a Unit 5, only that uses beams and missiles? You know,
I feel
could this
more
be more
confident
of a...
being a 5, I'll tell you that much.
could this be an actual poke range suit that is a raid? You know, maybe like a Gelgoog Marine kind of thing.
So here's the thing. I mean, I kind of felt that too, but the Zero Shiki and the Mark II already do that really well. And when those are your direct opposition, you're probably not going to be trying to poke anything.
Yeah, I mean,
Because the minute you try to play that kind of like mid-range passive like pokey poke and they see that you're not going in and they're not like scrambling to catch up to you, you're going to get cheeked. Because you're a raid. You're not supposed to be doing that. Like light
There's some
armor
that do it at
barely
low
get
cost,
away
but
with it, but it's
I feel
because
like you
everything
fall
is so
off.
fucking slow.
I will say it
Yeah,
was
I don't
really
disagree.
slow. I feel like I could outmaneuver it pretty hard in the MLRS too. Another thing. So far, that's the only game that I've had to play against one. But I was just wondering maybe if it can actually fill that ranged raid role when it needs to, though. Kind of like how the G-Line Assault does.
Right, that's kind of why I like it too. It's multi-rolled and it seems to do it pretty well.
Definitely, apparently has the part slots for it too. You
Oh
said it
yeah.
had what, 7 long? So
Yeah, let me get it here.
oh, okay. Here I can go ahead and pull your stream up now. If you're...
Where did it go? Okay, there we go. So yeah, if I do this, I'm gonna have to run it under cost, but so the interesting thing is that I feel like a lot more of my kills consistently come from just like following up with the missiles after hitting them with the charge shot. So we're talking about only like it's only 10 range strength baseline. The beam rifle's 1350, 350 range. The 2 missiles are 350 a shot with 12 missiles at 400 range.
And I've got it up, by the way, so everybody can see this too. Interesting that it uses that beam saber.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was
It's
wondering what it
interesting
would
because
do.
it's considered its own beam saber, but it's obviously like based off the GAN.
Oh, so it wait. Oh, okay. I missed that. So it actually
Yeah,
has
it's not the
own.
Gans.
Oh, okay.
No, it's got its own. If it was the GANs, it would probably have more damage because this, I think, is lower. It's 2600 versus. Let me see.
I think
3080, 3080, and 2940 at level 2. And actually 2800 at level 1. So yeah, it's not quite as potent.
A bit. Gan's crazy how much damage output it has.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, I think that's why people were getting excited. It was like, oh, it's got like the same thing, it's doing stabs, it's gonna be like a higher cost GAN. No.
It still doesn't have a shield. But no, I think the potential suit's really strong. The G-Line light armor, kind of like you said, is very easy to compare it to. You have good pokey options. They both charge. You also have missiles that you can use. Like after
It
you get a
plummets them
confirm
out.
on a knockdown and stuff.
Mhm.
Like it seems pretty nice.
I was gonna say I was getting staggered by the missiles. Once the dude started using the missiles on me, it kind of got a little awkward. But and again, I'm an MLRS with a giant shield too, so it's probably not that hard to hit me. Those, but still.
No.
Does it have ASL at all, or are those
It
missiles
doesn't-
just standard
I can check
missile?
when I'm in there, but I don't think so.
Okay. Curious if they
I mean,
have
the
that.
bigger thing for this is that they're gonna be for rushdown too, and like depending on if you're trying to like strafe in diagonally as opposed to like, because put it this way, it has maneuver armor, I think 2.
Can you fire them on
You're right.
boosting?
But even so, like when you're rushing down someone, you're still running into all those bullets and shit faster.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can fire it when you're boosting for the missiles.
That's juicy.
Another point too that I think makes the suit really nice is that it has good options to stun an MLRS. I think that's a very big deal at its point cost, particularly the level 2 version.
Oh, the cheeky.
Like you've got to be able to punch through the shield.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, was able to do that, and then he really couldn't get on me though. Was luckily the main thing. So
So yeah, it stuns in 2 with consecutive hits.
oh
Oop, oh, jeez. God, it's a lot of that with this suit. Just a lot of clunch. Because like anything can like hurt me really bad. So yeah, stamens are a nightmare for this suit. Running into an Alex really sucks because of that arm gatling. Oh yeah, we got someone going for the early bomb. My soul. Why?
Overall, though,
Call him a lawyer.
I think it's better than the. I know you mentioned the Bolino. I think it's definitely got that one beat.
I'd say it's kind of not hard to.
Yeah, sadly, yeah.
Yeah, the hitbox holds the Balloonic down a lot.
It's just a big dumb
Funky boy.
Eggman suit. That's why my Gusev colors turned into like Robotnik colors on that thing. It just looks so goofy. It's fucking.
The only problem though is like it's hard to say like whether you should go hard on it just because there's so much anniversary hype stuff coming out, so it's hard to really say like this is the suit, like go for it.
Yeah,
part of
that's
me
another thing.
Don't put on your tinfoil wallet and not like spend on anything. Obviously, like if you got the money, just go for it because you're probably gonna have a backlog of suits that you don't have anyway that are still gonna be in the gacha. But compared to anything else that we might get in the coming weeks, there's also a little bit of a letdown that it's they lowballed it in cost. It almost feels like an open admission that like, yeah, we're not confident with putting raids in high cost. Like,
I think it's kind of silly that they didn't make it 650. Like, okay, spec wise, it's similar to our R-Jarja, but like they should just put out something that you could play that's not a general 650. That's just not even playable in the new cost. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just really weird. It's a weird flex.
Yeah,
it's not even a flex. It's like it's almost like a knee jerk. Like they were like, "Oh, you want to put a new raid out? Oh God, I can't put it at that cost." So,
one thing that was mentioned is the gray mock then is probably going to be the 600 and 650.
The hell is that?
I don't use the suit. Like I remember.
Here's where we get into the problem with Double Zeta, because all of these, unless we're looking directly at the wiki, are going to be like literally who.
Yeah, like I've seen it before.
Yeah,
it's
I'm trying to remember.
GEYMALK.
Probably.
But it's pretty cool. It's a it's got a lot of beams, and it's got the mother funnels.
Well,
I pulled up the wiki page. I don't think I know the weapons off the top of my head. Like I think this was a suit. I think it's an MS Saga as well, but I've seen it in a few different things. But it's got a lot of lasers.
Yeah, it
could probably be a
Shara's
support.
next suit. There's the mother funnels. There it is.
Oh my God.
But yeah,
I could
But yeah,
damn,
I could see that one being on there.
Oh, it's Shadow soon.
Yeah, that's who pilots the
mid battle stripping intensifies.
She used the
The Jaja. R-Jarja.
So yeah, this has the twin beam launcher. It says twin mega particle cannons, triple mega particle cannons, triple grenade launcher. Ooh. Beam rifle.
More mega particle cannons.
Hyper mega particle cannon.
Oh my God, we got secret cannon.
Mega
going in there.
Cannon.
Another fucking plant.
And then
stop trying to plant. Make me mad.
And then both the mother funnel and the child funnel.
It's loaded. We need a Cubelay when the game walks in the game, man. That thing's gonna come out and the Cubelay's gonna have like funnel attacks and hand beams, and everyone's gonna be like, "What the hell? What? We lost Magnum."
Literally a funnel of 5.
Your cam's gone.
Oh no. Fix it.
Oh no.
Big sad Magnum. Magnum, no.
Oh no.
And he's back.
Shoot the motherfucker 3, damn.
There we go. But
get up.
Yeah, so this thing's gotta be a support, please. Let's go.
It looks like it could be a support. Just have every gun in the world.
Oh my god.
It'll probably be a
Be
general
amazing.
though.
Watch it be
Oh my
so-
gosh, if it's a general, I'm done. If that's a general, I'm fucking done, dude. For fuck's
I mean,
sake.
This is a sign.
they already fucked us with the Gaza.
Don't even joke. Oh my gosh, the Gaza should have been a support. The Gaza D, man. If I want the
The
D.
Gaza D is totally gonna be a general. There's no way.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, if the D is not a support, I'm.
Better than make it a raid.
Sorry. I know we like to say that supports get the D, but in this particular case, they will not.
Supports get the D. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Yeah, they're gonna miss out this time around. It'll probably be a raid.
Oof. But yeah, I'm looking at the beams. I'm like, all those beams for days.
Intensify
go.
the beam, Raj.
Oh,
Well, I feel like Double Zeta 2 is just gonna have mostly Neo Zeon stuff. Because I mean,
for me.
the Gundam team was pretty much just recycled from Zeta Gundam, except for a double, right? Did
Yeah.
they have anything else besides their little motorcycle car?
No, and I mean, this is something I brought up before in like other podcasts or like when we're doing like our group stuff. Literally, the rest of it's going to be flavor of the month villain suits. There's no other
Oh yeah.
good guy shit to do.
Unless we're getting like the full armor
Zaku
Double Zeta
head or something.
or the Zaku
Right.
head, yeah.
Because it does
Memphis.
like that does kind of make you wonder. Because I feel like they would need to have some kind of other Gundam style suit, you know, for the fans.
So that meant
So you need
that
to
match
mix it
literally me versus the other Jarja.
I'm wondering if, something like this being like a 500 cost that we're getting, I wonder if we could get the Methus then. They're going to go back to...
That'd be interesting if they went back to Zeta. I'm still gonna stay on the mindset that they're gonna stay in
Methus
Double
was
Zeta.
technically in Double Zeta though, so...
That I feel they could do it.
You know what?
I think going to give us that Zaku
they
head.
weren't too scared about going into Double Zeta because they knew Zeta was going to be tiny. It was just there to throw in some extra, like a couple extra suits. But if they would have tried to make a whole year out of it, there's
Yeah, will say there is a lot of I want the Zissa so bad, dude. Anyway, but yeah.
let me just go into practice thing because I'm having to do this shit on and yet I still for all the
I was gonna say, did you want to show the skills, but we can do that after.
Oh no, I can get out of here because this is just practice. For all the hesitance that everyone had in letting me get in there for that match, I ended up pretty much wiping the board for our team. And like my only competition was the other Jarja, and that dude placed first with like 120 plus thousand damage and shit.
Wow.
So people, I think, are starting to get the feel for this.
That's kind of scary hearing that. Just saying.
Have fun, dude.
I do think it has a good combination of mechanics.
When it comes together, Jesus Christ! Like when I was getting in on that full armor, and like I'm using the force injection in between like repositioning because like I'm trying to keep other people from like nailing me for the combo and getting that downswing in. Like
that ballistic,
literally, if I was at cost, that man would have been dead. He had like a sliver.
The ballistic resist on that thing.
Yes. And I mean, the beam resistance isn't much better. Like baseline 19, melee is only at 26. But here we go. High performance balancer level 1, high spec ambac level 1, maneuver armor level 2, force injector level 2, melee combo controller level 2, leg shock absorber level 3, quick boost level 3, anti-blast stabilizer level 1, special shoulder add-on buffer, which is those little things that shift forward, level 4, flight control program level 2, and emergency evasion level 1. So for the add-on buffer, reduces loss from shoulder add-on damage by 35%.
Oh, 35. I was expecting it to say 40 because it normally is 10% per level. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
they're teasing it here. It
Yeah.
probably should be 40. If they ever do any buffs in the future, I would hope that's just give us a straight 10 increase. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know how strong it's going to be yet. So that they have to patch it in later.
And say they made the mistake of putting that on a raid, and they're like, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't
Yeah,
do it.
maybe we should nerf it. The first level 4, it's on a raid. Better nerf it. Raids can't have nice things.
It's
Even
already
if
paid the
cool.
raid tax. Like, don't don't do anything else, baby. It's okay. But yeah. So final thoughts. What do you guys think? I would say like it's a good suit. It's hard to say with everything going on right now whether it's like a raid worth going super hard on, but
It feels like a
definitely-
highlight reel suit for sure.
I think it's more than that. But it's hard to say for sure because like I feel like everything I see on it looks good. It checks the boxes for what raids want, and it has really good options, which I always think is good on any suit.
Yeah, I like
Without
the versatility.
To the light armor though, like if you have that or are able to get that, I wouldn't sweat it too much for this.
Really like those missiles.
Ugh.
Just how fast it vomits those missiles out is pretty nice. And the bayonet on it though is just really cool. Like I still can't believe how much it hits for just straight up downswinging with that. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts for the most part. That it's a solid, versatile suit. But yeah, I guess we can go and hop into some patch notes. That down
Every once in a while you do that shit and you're just like, you know what? The bed, and then you get nailed like that, and you're just like, never mind.
But yeah, we can go ahead and hop into some patch notes if you guys want to.
Sounds good.
What do we get as far as go to the English notes? So, bonus thing, if you got, I don't know if it's available to people who didn't, and if it's a limited time. Didn't necessarily read that too much, but Maxi Boost On is out, yeah. And if you have pre-ordered it, or I guess have it right now, you have what's her name as an operator, yeah.
Dicia Awar, something like
They should
that.
give us no, man.
And does it say actually here? Let me pull that up. There we go. Oh yeah, and we got a new Maxi Boost On
I was like,
t-shirt.
which one is that? And I was like, yeah, that's the one. Okay.
I wish it wasn't the Ekai shirt with the Maxi Busan logo pasted onto it.
It pretty much, yeah.
You know what it should have been? It should have been that fucking Maxi Busan hoodie that guy had on for the presentation.
For real, dude, that would have been lit. Ugh. Oh, dude, that would have been awesome.
Don't want the cool design on it or whatever.
Yeah. All of the gundam.
But okay, so this is pre-order bonus. Okay, so this is just pre-order bonus, is what it says. Wondering if there's actually a
It's a pre-order bonus.
Okay, so this is only pre-order bonus. Got it.
So you joked about it before, but her voice lines definitely sound like they did it in like an empty room with like no padding.
Yeah, and then and then again, it's like it even says hollow actor for the thing. So like, yeah, I wonder if it is a thing where they're just gonna be like, yo, so by the way,
Well, I think the hollow actor is just more saying that she's like a hologram.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, that's
Suppose that they have a hologram like filter on her voice.
well, that's what
Well,
I'm
no,
saying. It
I
sounds
mean,
like
not-
they have some kind of filter on her voice.
I mean, I feel you there, but I think the idea is that like she's a virtual like idol or cameo or whatever, you know, like Obi-Wan, you have to help us, you know.
Broadcasting from Extreme Versus as we speak.
Yeah.
Pardon my bandwidth. I didn't go turbo on my Discord.
Sorry, I'm at McDonald's. That's why the quality sounds rough. Wi-Fi warriors unite.
Oh no. Gotta get on my 5G tether. Don't mind me, guys.
But yeah, that's pretty cool. They're doing promotional stuff and adding things. Let's go. Then we get Hinda as an operator.
But where's
later.
the battle operation crossover into Maxi Boost? I'm not
Ooh.
seeing it.
Ooh.
Because you can't just say, well, Grandpa Gundam's in there. He was in the last game.
Yeah,
so are a bunch of other guys.
This game does not exist.
Yeah. See, that would have been cool if they were like, yo, by the way, here's a Battle Operation 2 thing, because
the minute that this game got an English version, the Battle Operation Twitter, it was all. Now they don't feel any responsibility towards like putting any of the ads or trailers on the Bamco site, so they just don't touch it.
Yes, Magnum feels bad, man.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we already talked about the suit and then the normal suit, and that's it. They did add stuff to the actual. Go to the items page. They actually added stuff to the.
Yeah, they added extra levels and stuff.
They add. Find it here. Hey, here we go. Nope, that's the rifle.
Nothing
Here we go.
stuff.
Ooh. Oh! I didn't hear this yesterday. They added a level 3 Zaku Cannon Rabbit type?
Yep, Rabbit type in the Mine Layer level 4.
Let's go.
Ground type MSV level 3.
I remember that. I remember somebody pointing that out. So we got a level 3 MSV and a level 3 Rabbit type. Let's go. Well, now there's 2 suits that I can get that I want for, I can either get the Gigan level 4 for 350, or I can get the Zaku Cannon Rabbit type for 350, and then my support list is complete all the way up to like 600 cost. Except for 500 sort of. Need to get another Dom Barrage at 500. And
that feeling when a Zeta flies over your head as a double Zeta and you can't transform to follow. Ugh.
That's okay, so that's what they added for that. Rabbit type, top tier. Love it. This V's cool. Okay, so step up. What do you guys think about this?
It's good if you have, I guess, 2-star suits you're chasing after. It's just hard to say. 2 is so littered with all sorts of stuff. And then you lose the drop rate bonus on the new suit by pulling on the other banner. And I mean, with that tasty mystery banner and the who knows what the pre-order, or not the pre-order, but the roll-off suit that we're going to have to go ham on week 4 is going to be. So
pretty much
it's definitely going to be something hot. Well, it's just hard to say. Same reason why like it's hard to say you want to roll on the new mobile suit, even though it looks like a solid raid. There's just too many factors going on right now that make it hard to say what's good to do. We need data miners, is what it comes down to.
That's true. We need everything else got giga leaks, and we don't.
I know, right?
Last week, the big thing too was hang on, wait. It says on the picture it says 1 2-star, and then in the text it says 2 times 2-star mobile suit guaranteed for step 1. Huh. Wonder what it's showing.
Yeah, I was just looking at the thing. I was just looking at it in game. It says it's 1 2-star.
Interesting. Okay.
Step 3
Is
when I was saying is the 2 guaranteed, and step 2 is 1.5 drop rate
on their translation text. Looks like.
Yay, typos.
Yay. But yeah, so pretty much the step 1. I mean, I'm like meh for the step 1, right? Yeah, I mean, it's cool that you get a guaranteed 2-star, but yeah. Step 3's kind of cool, but unless you're swimming in tokens, then yeah.
You're not bathing in cash?
Yeah, if you're not swimming in tokens, then I'd say just
how dare you be
not worried about
playing this video game? Get more all.
So, I mean, it's kind of the same thing as like last banner. Do you need 2-star suits? Well, there you go. Last banner, last step up banner was like, do you need tickets? Well, there you go.
Yeah, and I mean the last step gives you a guaranteed 3-star as well. So I mean, there is that as well. So it just depends. If you want to take the risk to go hunting, it's not a bad one to do it. Guarantees are way better than multipliers on drop rate. So
oh yeah, that is true. And these are mobile suits, and not you're gonna get a gun
material, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like those banners where they're like, roll and you get a chance to have one of these suits. When they give you the guarantees for mobile suits, it's almost the same thing. It's just it's exactly the same thing. The pool is just bigger. So it's not the worst thing to consider rolling on.
Okay, so next we have the ticket store got the BD3 level 3 and the BD2 level 3. Definitely solid suits. And didn't that level 2 get a buff recently? Because that's the 500 cost, right? No, that's no, that's the 500 cost. Yeah, the 500 up got a buff.
Level
so
3.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be the 350, or not 350, the 550.
Wait, I thought BD2.
They're base
400?
450, right?
No, they're 400.
Is it 400 or is it?
Yeah.
Is it 400 or 450? I can't remember.
Because the level 2 is the same as the level 1 Alex, and the Alex is 450.
Is it 450?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
It's. I feel like it's kind of hard to say. I think. I think at that cost, it might be better just from the G3. Honestly, with the change they made to it. Like I think between the two, I'd probably buy the BD2 over the BD3. I feel like you don't see the BD3 at all anymore. So
yeah, overall, they've definitely
it's kind of hard to
fallen
say.
off and gotten power creep kind of out of their top slot for sure. But they're both pretty solid. I mean, they both have the same kind of the chest Vulcans and chest missiles, and those are very good for getting that stagger before going in for the swing. But you actually have to hit pretty much all the missiles now, whereas before you only had to hit like 2 out of like the 6, whatever. Like,
That sounds about right.
It's kind of dumb, and then they super nerfed those. So now you actually got to hit pretty much all of them, yeah. But Yeah, I kind of agree. This is probably a save your tickets unless you just really need a. They're definitely solid suits, so they're still good. But unless you're just missing a suit at that cost, you really need one, either a raid or a general.
Save.
Yeah, probably. There's definitely probably better that's cycling in and out. And in the DP store, we got not only the Peasant Watch level 2, but we got the Cuff level 1 and level 2.
You can now get your hands on the anti-semp rifle as a blue. That's not the Zuda F.
Yeah, and they're 200 cost and 250. So you got low cost due to F essentially. But
Low cost simp action.
what is the
Remember, kids, the best Zuda F is a dead Zuda F. Same
Damn.
for the.
Oof.
Same for them. Yep. Same for them darn camus.
I can't disagree with that really because man, they were a pain when they first released. I'm glad they got nerfed like hard. I mean, they got nerfed hard, dude. They had a crazy amount of health and like their shield health was just dumb and they were just like, yeah, we're killing their health and their shield health and I was like, hallelujah, because they're a shield hitbox. Like you can hit their off like not like the opposite arm and it'll sometimes say shield and I'm like, BS, dude. I am definitely shooting him in the side.
The lies.
That was lag, bro.
No, that's just the hitbox of that shield is way too big. Like, it is the low cost bridge door, pretty much. On a general. That shit out of here. Yeah, its health was like over 10k and it went from like 10k to 8k health at level 1. I remember that. That's what was gross. Is you had a suit that had like 10k with a giant shield that also had a ton of health. And it was just too good. Like, yeah, the shield itself has 3k health still. Like, overall its effective HP was like 15,000 or something like that. And you look at any other GM, like I think the if you look at the Zaku's and the best Zaku is the Zaku 2 with 13,000 health. And then I think the best GM is just the normal GM with 14,000. So it had the again, the normal GM and the normal Zaku 2 have like nothing for skills, literally. They don't have a dodge roll at all. This doesn't have a dodge roll, but it has like balancer, the fake beacon, and you know, so you got and you've got the anti-ship rifle and a Sturmfaust. So yeah, you've got some really solid weapons and a solid kit. So it doesn't really need that extra stuff, but and then it has more health than pretty much, or it had more health rather than pretty much any other suit. So they were like, yeah, let's balance that actually, and it's still a beast. It's pretty much the general that I use at low cost.
What's
Or
balance?
at 200 anyway. But yeah, all that's in the DP store, which is pretty cool that they went ahead and threw that in there. Peasant Watch though, definitely a top tier suit. At 450, it's still pretty solid.
Yeah, I think it's still got it too.
Also, by the way, got to play the right after the podcast last week. Got to play the Agzaku Bullpup. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Arena Fire is something else now.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. I ended up I played it on the Gabalde Alpha, the Agzaku Command, the Peasant Dewaj. I think that's all I can go on. Pretty much I played it on everything and won pretty much every game with like top scores. Okay, well actually that night I lost the Agzaku Command game, but it kind of didn't help that I also AFK'd for about a minute and a half. So and I still had like maybe top damage. I'm not sure about that one. It was top something. Oh wait, no, it was top diversion. Never mind. I remember now. But yeah.
Ooh, this man.
But then next day I redemption game and it was fine. So love the Exotic Bullpup. It is a ton of fun to play. Especially on like the Galbaldi Alpha. You use the Galbaldi Alpha. Oh yeah, well, and of course the Peasant Watch. I don't know if I mentioned that. But use like the Galbaldi Alpha, get double dodge roll and a Sturmfaust with the Exotic Bullpup. Like, yeah, man, you can just like go ham with that. Rate of fire is amazing. And you have a very quick downswing, so you can like stagger with the bullpup and then actually go in for your downswing just because it's so fast, and then just reposition for more range damage. Like I love it. I'm a fan of that.
It looks really funny on the alpha too because it's so tiny.
Oh yeah, right. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the patch notes. Was not expecting that just to be it. I was kind of expecting more suits added at 650, and not only them adding some other 650 stuff, but maybe actually balancing a couple of things.
Ha! Sorry.
Ooh.
Reflex.
Ooh. Oof. If they balance stuff? What?
No way.
Sorry, there was
Yeah,
something
real talk.
funny.
The extra
my screen
addition
just now.
to 650. Kind of a shame they didn't go there. Maybe they'll do it later on, but we'll see.
Hopefully.
But so yeah, the clan. See what's the next dates for the clan stuff? I haven't actually went to the clan terminal because I'm saving. By the way, we also got 10 free mobile suit set this week. That package dropped. So does anybody have that up right now?
It's on the 1st of August for the next clan match.
Yeah. It's another morning time match. It's 6v6 basic match at 350 cost on Impact site.
Hey.
Oh.
That's good. Here we go. 10 mobile suit. So again, we already went over this list before, but again, we got the Alex, the early production Goog, Easy 8, Lecter 2 Type S for the generals. The raids are ED2. All these are level 1, by the way. GF Custom, Act Guy, and then for the supports, the GM Cannon 2, the Zaku 1, Commander, and the Gun Tank. Not a bad set. There's at least something good in every type. Again, suits that you can buy in the DP store. So if you need tickets, go ahead and save them and don't accept them yet from Neidhart and go buy them for DP first. And then get tickets instead and enhancement points.
And to get that platinum medal. Or work quicker towards it even.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's the other thing too. I've been saving all the ×5 clan level ups stuff, and I'm gonna accept them tomorrow is when we lose it, right? Tomorrow at reset, I think, is when we lose the platinum medal.
Yeah, it should be.
So
because it's the 31st in JP right now.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and wait till then, and then I'm gonna start accepting everything. And I also saved my 10 spin, my free 10 spin for tomorrow as well.
And it's already confirmed that saving the stuff from the clan will let it count towards that. Because I thought they kept track when you earned it.
So the thing is, you don't actually earn it till you go to the clan terminal.
Okay.
So like,
I'm probably thinking of Neidhart just holding on to stuff in that case.
Yeah, if you go to the clan terminal, it gives it to Neidhart. So if it's already in Neidhart's possession, then it counts that day that you that it's in Neidhart's possession. Now the thing is with the suits, I thought that's what you were about to ask. So the suits,
no.
The reason why the ticket thing should work with the suits is because
you get the tickets.
You're getting the tickets
when you
after,
get the suit, right?
Yeah. So you're getting the tickets as a result of getting the suit. not that it's already tracking the suit was obtained. Now, it could do
It's gonna
that.
be tickets.
So who knows? It could be, they could have found out people were already kind of gaming the system like that, and they thought about this. But I hope they didn't, and it still works.
I think the last time I saw it, it works like the way you think it does.
Yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure, because I thought
At
I
least in
already
that
used
regard.
this method. I can't remember if I was actually doing it for that reason, but I'm pretty sure I already used this method and it worked the way that I think it works. So unless they change something, it should work like that. So I know somebody said
Yeah,
yesterday
I
in
don't think
chat,
I've
they were
seen
like,
anything.
how high IQ plays, here we go. And I'm like, yeah, or in like 2 days I'm going to look like an idiot, one or the other. Let's go.
Oh no.
But yeah, and then what else do we have as far as when's the next late night one? So on the 8th, that's the next Saturday.
Hey.
That'd be kind of cool. So that's another 4v4. Oh, it's 4v4 650. Oh man. But it is a simple battle.
It's always gonna. I was gonna say it's always gonna be a simple battle, but yeah, the 650 is kind of rough.
Yeah, the 650 is
Just
why I
bring
was
your double Zeta,
freaking out.
lol.
I will be for sure.
I don't have one.
Although by that time we should have another 650 on week 3.
Hope, right? Please.
Totally.
Guys?
Oh my god, the Zuck, no.
Okay. So that concludes the patch notes stuff and things.
And don't worry, those of you at home watching, we know that there are 3 other. Is it 3 or is it 4? There are
5.
other 650 suits. 5? Okay.
Yeah, there's
There
technically
are other
5.
650 suits.
It might as well
but,
just not exist.
The Hymo Gelgoog, which got buffed, so it's pretty nice actually. The Zeong was the one that I couldn't remember last time. The G3.
Zeong, nice. Base only though, also fictional.
What's the other? Oh, the Gelgoog Jaeger.
Zommel? Did you already say
the
Zommel?
Zommel. There we go.
The fucking Zommel, of course.
Yeah, 650 Zommel, guys. Oh yeah. I mean, it does have a base health of 25,000, which is kind of insane.
It's again one of those things that's like should be super good on paper because they give it absurd, like ridiculous amounts of firing rate too, and it's just like
I'm just really glad they buffed the Hymo Gelgoog though. Like, I'm actually rocking that thing now. It's pretty nice.
They're just throw stats at it because no one's actually supposed to play it. It's like no one actually ever played this suit. We just do whatever we want to it.
Guys, if I suddenly disappear, that means the power
That's
went
totally
out. Because there's
Stormers just had to go.
Like I can
get a
hear
return
the
to your
rain
planet
and
to save your
stuff.
people.
I can hear the rain and stuff through my headset right now, so it's coming down pretty good. But
can hear the rain sound in Africa, Magnum.
He heard the rain.
That's what your character did in the tabletop.
I heard the rain's down in Africa.
Yeah. So
does that mean something?
Is that a threat?
I say there's some nonsense lyric in a song.
Okay. So let's see. What else? Oh yeah. So the maintenance kits. We can go ahead and talk about those. I guess I wanted to talk about that for sure. So I went ahead and did the math, and minus the free stuff we got and the 10 spin and everything that kind of boosted up my gain toward the missions, I would have just barely got, I think, 225 bucks. So, and that's stuff I didn't finish actually. So I think I actually got, my actual total is more like 150 to 175. So if you're lazy, as far as getting wins and rival victories and stuff, then yeah, that's 100. Like if you get wins and rival victories, you can get 100 gold maintenance kits. So
for a month.
Yeah. Whoa, that was a big lightning hit. I don't know if you. Wait, did I freeze?
I didn't hear anything.
We don't hear anything.
Okay.
Just you being afraid of the storm. You'll be all right.
Yeah, man. But the thing is,
loud noises are scary, Gustav.
I've been hit. No, wait, was it this year? I've been hit in this ear through this headset before.
Ew.
Yeah. So lightning hits the house all the time. So there's a lot of power outages when the storms get that bad. That's why I always kind of go into panic mode every time I hear a bad storm outside. Actually, one sec.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, I've got a
I'm
tender ready to
I'm
take
getting my-
Magnum's place.
Getting my dog in the house.
The down.
Okay.
But yeah, so overall though, about 200 per month.
Wait, do you not need to step away, Magnum?
Huh?
I thought you said you're getting your dog in the house. You
Yeah.
don't need to step away to do that? Or is it...
No, we're good.
Well, you just like you were going to keep going. Were we going to take a short pause break while you stepped away, or?
Well, go ahead and talk about the maintenance kits because I might actually have to go. I'll be right back. Actually, this is actually bad, kind of now.
Were you going to call your dog telepathically? Like what happened?
No.
I just figured the future was now.
Wait,
He's
never
gonna
mind. There he is.
get on a
He's
smartphone and.
He's in the house now. There we
Okay.
go.
It's like, damn, Magnum's got like super like a future gate. It's like enter the house, dog.
No, he's in the house. There we go. We're good.
Okay.
I think it's because he's literally in his living room, so he just like, oh, there it is.
Well, not just that though. Remember, I was doing split screen co-op. So.
Oh, we've got
yeah. There we go. There was a hand that showed on the camera.
Don't be alarmed. Someone is in a house with you, and is not Tenda or an Akai.
Yeah. Do not make any sudden movements.
But anyway, so around 200 maintenance kits is about what you're going to get a month if you're farming pretty well. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer. But I mean, by the time you get to a suit to the point where you would actually need to use them, I guess, on a suit that is 3-star, most likely it's going to take you a while. So
yeah,
there is that point. But so if you're welling already, you're gonna to actually get the suits, then you're gonna, So I mean, that point was made. And again, Emblem, you pointed out that it's kind of more of a system for like, your one best suit or two best suits kind of thing. I can kind of agree with that. But like it's kind of one of the funny things though that what's interesting? They've actually got a system to where you get more silver boxes than you do anything else on average. So
well, there's more stuff in the
yeah, I know. I thought
pool,
that was actually kind of interesting because I got over 1,000 already, and then like I got less like bronze maintenance kits than I do silver. So I thought that was kind of an interesting kind of like thing going on.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what 1-star suits would be worth putting the kits towards. The Akai comes to mind.
Yeah, the Akai for sure. Well, actually, no, the Akai. Oh, yeah. The reason why you want the Akai is so you can defuse bombs faster. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
That's literally the only reason. The other one is useless, if I recall correctly. Like it's harder to steal the Akai, I think, is what the other one is.
Totally got people eyeing my Akai for sure.
It's something like that. Here, I got the thing up. I can look quick. What we got here? But the
I think the one that I ended up doing was the coal districts, one of the higher ones, because I want to work towards that extra range so I can like breach. I think 50 or 60, something ridiculous like that.
Does Jaeger get down into 1-star at the higher levels? It's a default 2, right?
It's a default 3. I
which
think.
one?
Is it a 3? The Jaeger? I thought it's
Jaeger's
2-star.
a 2-star. That's
Is
why
it?
that's why it's only like 100 tickets in the ticket shop. Yeah.
Do it need a higher levels to get downgraded rather to 1-star as it levels up, or does it stay 2 across the board? That'd be a good one.
Does the which one? Sorry.
Do the higher levels get downgraded, or does it stay consistent
I think
at level across the board?
Consistent all the way up to the 3 at least. I don't know about the 4. They've got
because the higher level versions of it get
it's 2-star
reduced to 1-star. That would be a good one. Okay.
I don't know what the level 4 does though. So the ACK guy, let's see, the ACK guy gets time to plant and an increased capture time, yeah. And the Agri guy is the exact same. Oh, the ACK guy's 2-star.
Oh, is it? I thought it got the downgrade as well.
Maybe at higher levels, but let's see. Star, 2-star, 2-star, all the way up 2-star.
Okay, it is all 2-star.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep track of which suits like get their level reduced. I know the Marine
That actually
gets a
annoys me
downgrade.
because I know how many ACK guys I've gotten out of boxes from the lottery. So I'm slightly mad right now. There we go. Let's see. What else?
I guess ultimately it doesn't really matter too much.
I mean,
People
some of them are,
who want to get the 1 stars will know what they want to use it on, right?
well, I mean, here's a good one. The armor GM level 1, straight up the armor GM, 250 cost, is already broken stat wise. It has the most like everything on paper, and you get even +4 range modifier and +4 ballistic resist. And it already has like the most everything on paper already. So that's dumb. There's a case of like, what is this enhancement? What about the cold district?
So they got all of the everything.
Cold districts get shield HP and range damage. So there's another 1-star. I know one I'm going to be doing is probably the Zakukan, the Gigan for sure. But interesting on the rabbit type. The rabbit type's 2-star, but I might just up the Zaku cannon get HP and range modifier, and then the rabbit type gets shield and range modifier.
Zaku wouldn't be a bad one.
If you're into space things at 250 cost, the GM cannon space assault type is already OP for how much damage it does, and it gets another +4 to his range modifier, so that's not a bad one either. And next week is going to be the week to be doing all these enhancements, so we'll definitely talk about it more in detail then. I guess we could save that.
Yeah,
for
I'm
next
ready
week.
to blow through some tickets.
So we can definitely go over a list next week of what we think. So kind of have that ready for next week, guys. What your list of suits would be? Got to be a good
all raids.
I mean, what like specifically?
Yes.
Oh man, I knew that was coming. I was like, I walked right into
Which
that.
raids are you going to upgrade? Emblem? Yes.
Oh man. I mean, that's, what supports am I going to upgrade? Yes. Oh wait, actually, wait. No. Here's the way to answer that. Not the Zommel and not the gun cannon too.
Totally the Zommel.
And not a few tanks or sniper.
We're gonna find out that you're like a monster in a Zommel.
So I'm just getting that Magnum is going to
we already
upgrade
know. We already know I'm a monster in the Zommel. Remember what happened with the all Zommels like bullying the that too. Oh man. The all Zommel game that I had and rated. I finally almost had my all GBO2 MLRS.
I think that was actually the Zoc. That might have actually
it was the Zoc.
Yeah,
that was the desert match.
Yeah, that was the Zoc. Oh yeah, the Zoc bully on the thing, yeah. But like the I finally almost had an all MLRS team, and then somebody on the enemy team dodged. Like everybody readied up. It would have been my rated. It would have been a rated.
His bullshit senses went off real hard. He's like, nope. Sensing that bullshit.
Yeah,
Your
you
types are
something
real, man.
something on the enemy team. There's a lot of intensifying of barrage is gonna be happening. I better get out of here. Oh man, it was so close
Yeah,
too.
don't need any of that mess. Not today, bud.
Oh man, I finally almost had it. I've had a full Zommel game even. And
The fact that you managed a full Zombie game before the MLRS is kind of crazy.
well, I mean the MLRS, the level 2 MLRS didn't exist at that point when the full Zommel game happened. And I didn't even have the MLRS when it was the full Zommel game. Because I believe that was a 550 full Zommel game. That to boot, which is just kind of funny. But yeah, the other thing I've got up on the topics list too is the RT shop. So I've got a clip up, but I don't really need to play the clip because I don't have the screenshot up, I don't think, of the other person's. I could try to find that real quick. But one thing that I found out, medals do matter in a bad way. So yeah, pretty much. I had I think the gold medal is what I had at the time. And I had the Zeong in the RT shop. And that's definitely a top tier suit. And they had like either silver or bronze, and they did not have I think they had silver. They didn't have the Zeong in the RT shop, which they would have definitely got if they had it. If I can pull it up here, find it.
So I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Like, are you saying that
Well,
like the total roster changed, or you just had access to a better suit because
I
you had
just
a
had
higher
access
level of
to better
metal?
suits than just because I had the higher level, the higher tier metal.
I mean, that's kind of how it's always worked, right? Like, if you were gold or higher, you would have access to the Zeong. I don't know,
What?
because like as you get
Well, I mean,
higher medals, you
you had the
unlock more
daily
slots.
stuff. You had the daily
Mhm.
stuff, and you would have new stuff, but it just seemed to always be just random whatever, right?
Right.
Like I really never ran into a situation to where it was like, oh, this is definitely a really good suit just because I have the metal.
I don't know. That doesn't seem like a bad thing to me, though. It seems like that seems like a good thing. I think if they're doing stuff to further incentivize people to spend money on the game, it's not a bad thing. Someone's got to pay for the server space, right?
I mean,
if it was actually noticeable when they actually like did anything with the servers, then maybe.
yeah, like this feels like an extra layer of just feels bad, man, when you realize it, kind of thing. That's my problem with it. It's like okay, cool, whatever, and then it's like, whoa, this is a super top tier suit. Hey, everybody check your RT shop. Go buy the Zeong right now. It's in the RT shop. Go, go, go. And then it's like, no, it's not. I'm like, BS, it's right here. I'm looking at it. And then it's like,
Well, you need to
oh.
tell all those grubs to get some gold medals, lol.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then it's like, I've been, well, I mean, the thing is too,
Let's
is
out more money. Oh.
yeah, well, the thing is, I'm playing for free. So at that point, it's like, play the game more. So fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, you got there without paying. They just haven't been playing enough. It's on them, I feel. I mean,
Sorta,
granted, if we
kinda,
look at it
but
like
I mean,
this,
if it was
though,
like 2 weeks
the
before,
beginning of the month, right?
yeah, like if it was 2 weeks before, and that's the thing, it doesn't matter when it is. That still is probably going to be a possibility that could pop up like that.
Oh, for sure.
Hang on, let me find it here. I've almost.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it has to do with me already like having a lot of those suits or whatever, but
Probably to an extent.
like I don't know. It's a suit that has been out for a while. It is good. It's not
I
like
mean,
it's the
a lot of
FD.
these scenarios are just like advocation for people who are like newer to the game, I would assume.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much. So here we go. Here, okay, I found the screenshot. Here we go. So pulling this up now. So here's the screenshot of their shop. So I don't know if either of you have it up right now. So I can just go ahead and go over what's in theirs. But pretty much for the day, just to kind of go over what was in there. I'm pretty sure it was the Rickdom 2 GH, the GM Light or G Line Light, GM Cannon 2, Yogu Marine, and let's just whatever the shield, whatever the guard custom. There we go.
The thing.
And a bunch of tanks.
Right.
So there's that, right?
Mm.
Okay, so here's the clip. Whoa, the lights just blinked like 5 times.
Uh
Bunka S.
oh.
Oh, I can't.
Ooh.
Okay. And then here's mine. So there's the GH, there's the G-Line Light, GM Cannon 2, Guard Custom, Yogug Marine, and then up at the top there, the Zeong.
Oh man.
So that's
Yeah,
kind of.
I don't know. I'll say this. I personally don't think there's a problem with them having premium stuff like that requires you to be at a somewhat higher tier to get. Because I mean, you should be rewarded for either
'Cause I'm
paying for
already
convenience
there. What do you
or
mean?
even like you as in this particular case, you as a free player grinding that gold medallion. And
Oh yeah, well,
because you put in that work and effort, you get a good reward from it. Like I can see what you're talking about, but I don't know. I feel like if you streamline everything in the game, like I don't know. It's kind of
I
hard
mean,
to
if
say.
you
Whales will
streamline
still
everything
spin.
in the game, then you have business sense because there's not everyone who has that time.
How's that a business sense? Because I mean, isn't that the point? Because you want to incentivize people to do that pay in so that they're more likely to spend to get that stuff because of the exact thing you mentioned, they don't have enough time. Because isn't that why the Hangar system is the way it is to incentivize people who want to get those bonuses but don't have the time to grind to spend more money and get access to the boxes via the platinum token.
I would almost say at that point that I'm surprised that they wouldn't go in for like even another currency for that, as opposed to just like tripling down on the gacha for that purpose.
I just don't know. Like, I feel like the more streamlined and convenient you make something, the less people will be likely to spend on it. I mean, I think Phantasy Star 2 is a good example. They literally lock quality of life factors behind a premium system, and people pay for it. Most games that you trade and make shops and stuff like that for free, but like games like that show that people will pay a premium to have access to that stuff.
Well, here's kind of my problem with the medal system in general, right? So the thing is, there's only like 5, 6, maybe 7. I mean, I don't even have most of them done right now, as far as the actual grind. Let me back to the game. Missions.
I guess in that case, I feel like it's not structured in that same way when it comes to the premium setting and stuff like that. Like they haven't gone to that level yet. And all this kind of beating around just having that kind of like pay option just feels weird. Like I almost feel like they should bite the bullet and do that.
Here we go.
But they're monetizing pretty much in the only way that they can using their biggest asset, which are mobile suits, right?
And we've already talked about how them limiting it to that is also like they should expand it not only to cosmetics but other things.
I mean, if they want to limit it to where you pretty much have, you got to get so many tokens and then you get a mission done, right? So then at that point you would get, maybe you're gated behind a week where people could pay and get it a week ahead of time. But the thing is, if you're getting like the gold and the platinum medal, you're literally getting it for the end of the month, just about like, because gold and platinum really aren't that far apart. So like the my issue with it is there's only 10 quests that you can get for just grinding like a madman. And some of those missions are like 200 space battles. So that's one of the ones there. Like 300 games, I think, sorting to 300 battles, 200 space, or it's like 100 space or 100 ground, something like that. Either way, it's a ton of space and ground that you got to play individually.
Oh, well, Magnum,
There's
I
a
have to
bunch of
disagree with you
wins
there because I
and
feel
bunch
like
of
you're
rivals.
excluding tokens, and in the nature of the game, you have to include tokens and grind because you literally grind to get tokens.
Well, the thing is, tokens though are limited by time. You can only get 3 tokens a day plus the ones for
Yeah.
the week.
But I mean, you
So
still have to play and
that's what I'm
grind to get them,
saying.
though.
Well, that's what I said to start with though, is
Okay.
they're limiting you by a week, assuming that you're going to grind the tokens out. And that's, if you're going to at least play the game, then you should at least be minimally getting your daily token, right? That's just an expected amount of play time. What I mean by grind, I mean 100 ground battles, 100 space, and add a 200, add a 300. You know, so there's 6 quests you could get done. Play 300 space battles, right? Win.
Well, I mean, I think this would be
You know-
outrageous to do with a single person, but what about clan?
What do you mean clan?
You can farm tokens via clan.
Oh, well, the thing is, for the most part, most clans should be doing pretty well for. I mean, there's a couple of weeks that are absurd, right? There's a couple of sets of missions that are absurd, but most of the clan stuff, like,
Well, I'm not even talking about the missions. I'm just talking about levels. Like
He's
if-
just
if
talking
we're
about
not
the
fact-
tokens
Oh.
that we
If we're not
for
factoring
each
in
level.
like things that are limited by week and time, you can still technically grind for tokens. And you have to be playing the game like ridiculously and probably have some help. But I don't know. I don't want
I mean,
to.
that
I don't
would
want to
be
make it sound
kind
like
of-
I'm just trying to like find the
again-
one case where it works.
again, though, like,
but-
even if you're grinding that's still gating the tokens by a certain amount of time, though, because like that's a lot of grinding that you'd have to do, and
But the other factors are
like-
limited by time as well.
I mean, what I'm saying is if they wanted to limit it by a week, right? Then I mean,
I feel like
what
we're
I'm
watching
saying is
this
for one person grinding though is what I'm
This is in
saying.
the context of, like getting some of the
Okay.
earlier stuff for like platinum and stuff, right?
Because if you were gonna do one person grinding, I mean, this is in the context of just getting the medal system in general. This is one of my problems with the medal system. So, in order to get to that point of getting the stuff that you would want to get with your tickets, you have
Within
to,
the month.
yeah, within the month. You pretty much there's not enough grind monthly missions. Is my problem, right? There's not enough stuff that you could just literally no life it for 3 days, and somebody who decides to put in, like what, like in 4 days, almost 100 hours.
Yeah, depending
Pretty
on
much
the mode.
playing
and-
nonstop
Yeah.
for 5 days, 100 hours in 5 days, kind of thing. Like I mean, you sleep, please, but like,
Right.
if somebody really just literally no life the game, there's literally only 10 missions that they can complete no lifing the game. Is my problem. So like if there is the point of like, well, if you don't have the time and you're going to spend money, kind of what you were saying from what Gustav was saying, if you can have the option to spend money, also have the option to spend your time, if that makes sense. Like I've always had a problem when the option
threshold
to,
isn't there, right? Like the alternative isn't like present. Essentially, is what you're saying.
yeah, there's no alternative to spend your time to actually grind out what you want.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it just kind of comes down to the type of game it is, though. Like these types of games, and it's at the end of the day, Battle Operation is a MOBA game, and I mean, for like, there's a particular amount of
Gacha?
grind in any case for anybody. Yeah, it's a gotcha game.
You said MOBA.
Well, I said mobile, but
Oh,
it probably
mobile,
sound like
okay.
MOBA.
Sorry, I heard
Um,
MOBA. My bad.
No, it's all good. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to the expectation, but if you're free to play, you're gonna have a lot of grinding, and it is somewhat limited. But it's, I don't know. In those types of games too, I feel like you run into the same problems you're mentioning. Excuse me. I mean, in Romancing Saga, I can't grind all the jills I need to get my banner units and stuff, or get my spins in and whatever else. But I think like that's kind of the point. They hook the free to players with repetitive, kind of redundant grinding gameplay, and they incentivize people to whale by giving them options to bypass that to some degree. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not saying any of this stuff is right. It's just I feel like in the system and the way it works, that's kind of exactly what they're going for.
Universe is
And I don't know
interesting
if
in
they
the
wanna
fact
change
that
it.
they like go super hand planted on the currency per event too. It's a
Mhm.
little bit more clear cut, and if you want to just focus on that one in particular, it's a little bit more easier to do so just because they give you all that. It feels like a little bit like it's overloaded in the beginning, but it's also because we're getting this retroactively after like what? How long has it been out since before it actually did like the international release?
Been a while. But I mean, for that one, I mean, I normally don't do mobile games like at all.
Mhm.
So that's
Right.
I pretty much
Because I
stayed
mean,
away
honestly,
because of that.
I don't. Right.
I mean,
I don't
that's
mean to like I don't mean to like sound critical or mean when I say this, but you just kind of sound like the players in mobile games that don't want to spend anything and then like want everything given to them real quick, but they don't want to put in any money or time for it.
well. See,
And
that's where that's where I disagree with that mentality, though. From like
Mhm.
anybody like that, like what I'm saying is, what you have to put in like a work week amount of time if you're gonna just play it for free.
Right. I don't disagree.
So that's kind of like, give me that option. That's pretty much what I would like to see, is that kind of
Yeah.
option for pretty much anything, right? Like probably
Well, I feel like that works in stuff like Path of Exile, but I don't know. But their stuff is
I mean,
cosmetics. I don't
there's
know.
I was gonna say
It's hard to
there's
say.
no any kind of pay to win really. That is, I mean,
Right, but
there's
you
technically
can still
pay
pay
there
players.
well, there is
Pay to be
technically pay for convenience, so that is kind of pay to win under my definition. Um,
Mhm.
but so I can't really say Path of Exile
Well,
isn't pay
I'm
to
more
win.
just saying like
Well, that's
the
the whole
thing you're talking
streamlining
about.
thing, right? Like
Yeah,
that's a lot more common practice anyway. So
but the thing is,
Because man,
it's
unless you
not
just
like
get
you're
unlucky.
gated. It's not like you're gated behind content because you
Hmm.
haven't spent money, though.
That is a problem. I mean, that they just
that's the
don't go
nature of
to
gacha games. But
playing
the rough thing
systems.
is that this is like not a mobile game. They don't have that as an
Right.
excuse for this. This is
Shit, it
something that
might as
they're
well
actually
be though.
trying to. Yeah, it might as well be.
And then the other problem too is, like, again, 650. There's people in my clan that can't play in this upcoming
Hmm.
clan match still because they just
At
don't have
least
a
without
600
being.
suit.
Oh, they don't have
Yeah,
600
they don't
either.
have 600
Yeah.
suits. Yeah, there's people yeah, that's my problem. That's why I'm like, it's still way too soon for the. And
Mhm.
that was the next thing
That
I
was
was gonna
another
bring up.
for sure.
Right.
But
It's too soon for another 650 clan match.
Or just for
yeah,
650 in general.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just too soon for the 650 in general, and that was the next thing I was gonna bring up, because, and if we want to just go into a segue into that, I'll go ahead and change the topic again with that. The
What was our timer for the podcast again?
about 2 hours. So we got technically.
We're on the
I said 2 hours ish. So we're on track. We're on track.
we're on 2 hours for my timer, but some of that was preparation, so we're really close, but we're not there yet.
So the big
Gotcha.
thing is I've been playing on my alt account, and I also have been playing on some of my other alt accounts that have literally just been week old accounts, essentially playtime wise.
Mhm.
So the I don't have a single 600 on either of them, but that's because I kind of stopped playing before 600s were a thing in the game on my JP account. And
Mm.
literally, my week old account and my JP account pretty much don't feel any different when it comes to playing any of the 550 suits I have, or even the 500 suits I have, in whatever cost I can play. And normally, half the time, there's one cost that I can't play every 2 hours, and it's just that 650 cost that's just floating around there, and it feels pretty rip playing on my alt or my, I'm gonna say JP account for the JP one. So the alt or the JP account both just feel. I'll say Smurf for the week long one. I'll say that.
Right.
So, even though it's still up in A for both of them, but the thing is, I can definitely feel the difference in, suit power and the lack of parts still for like the other account. But at the same time, it almost doesn't feel as much just because playing 50 down in those costs these days is kind of rip. I remember
Pretty fucking.
before I would play 450 suits when there was the 550 stuff out, and it would be okay. It was kind of manageable. Now it's just like with stuff we have out at 600 and some of the 550 stuff, it's just tons of rip, just outright. And then a
So here's the
couple of
because similarly, like I've been running Ginny a lot more of my own like alt account, and I'm like the opposite. Like I got really lucky on a lot of my rolls, and then of course I was running this during the event, so we got a bunch of those free suits to fill in some of the blanks too. So I'm also like got the double Zeta, and before I got the double Zeta, I was doing like Heimel Gelgu because it was like fucking Gelgug and friends up in here. So I was doing it under cost in that time, but by the time the double Zeta rolled around, I had a bunch of stuff in the backlog. So I think that also brings up us back to the idea of just like actual streamlining for a game versus just gotcha luck when accounts can be so wildly different, even when they're doing it under the same kind of like time span. My only like big problem for this is that high cost supports I don't really have covered that well. And that's just the thing with how their rarity is and stuff too.
1 and 2. Don't we only have a raid 550 is the only thing we can buy right now in the store?
Well, yeah, I don't think it goes to 550. I think
No, it's
top is
the G3.
Mm.
You can buy the G3 level 3 right now.
I was gonna say the other thing about that, the DP store, on average, I think for the high end is actually
Full Armor Thunderbolt's
mostly
like that too,
500.
right?
Well, I mean for ground.
Are you talking about for ground and space?
Ground only.
Gotcha.
So yeah, the example for that would be for support 550.
Wait, what was the one for? Oh yeah, the Zommel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just added the 550 Zommel. That's right. I remember talking about that. Oh man. So yeah, so we have a
So you're
raid and a
still cut
support.
off of 650. You can undercost at 600 at least, but we haven't crossed that threshold yet. And actually, the amount of 550s we even have a little limited. Not a whole lot.
Surprisingly enough, no general 550 that you can buy.
That are on grind at least. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Psychozaki, right?
Yeah.
And then that's OP, dude. Oh my gosh, I've been playing it more recently, and then I've just been seeing people play it. Like I know when we were doing the viewer games there, Emblem had to do those two
There were those
space
two
games.
space matches.
Oh my gosh, I forgot who it was, but I ran into, might have been Lunaire, I think was the colors, and then he was in the Psychozaku, and I was just like, aha, I'm gonna go do. What was I playing again? Oh yeah, that's right. I was playing the MLRS.
You were the Zeong in one of the matches.
Well, yeah. Well, that I was doing Zeong things, so that was fine. I'm okay with this. But like I was the MLRS, and then I'm like, Lotus was just on top of me, and I was like, nope, okay, I'm just gonna go bomb plant or something. And then I ran into like Lunaire, I think is who it was, in the Psychozaku, and I just got wrecked. The first time I completely got wrecked. The second time I managed to get him down just because he's a general and I'm the MLRS. So I actually hit him with missiles, so he, got chunked like to half health. No big deal. And I got him down to like a sliver, but I hit him twice. So the thing is, he like just spammed everything at me for an hour and a half because you can go bazooka, Sturmfaust, beam, and then
Machine gun.
or no, you want to go bazooka, beam, Sturmfaust, beam, bazooka takes a second to get
Space only
back.
camper, essentially.
Yeah,
with even
yeah.
more-
Yeah, pretty much. With even more. Instead of a shotgun, you have a spammable beam rifle that you can shoot like 3 or 4 times before it overheats.
and like nail people from across the map with the charge, and this is
Yeah.
gross.
It's pretty crazy. So they definitely buffed that. So that's a really solid suit now. It's crazy for 550, just space in general. But yeah. Point being, we have hardly anything to buy in the DP store. And I think we've all agreed they need to expand that anyway and lower the rank
For
needed
sure.
to actually buy the stuff. Like,
And
Yeah,
just
this
that
game
suit
busts
that
your balls
gives
enough.
new
They
players.
just need to get in there.
and that would be
Yeah.
kind of my other problem too. Like, we barely have enough like solid suits that you can even buy, and then without having any ground generals that you can buy for 550 yet, like that's kind of a rip. And
Yeah, they need to have a slew of suits so that you play in every current cost. It doesn't necessarily have to be on level at this point, but like there needs to be a 600 suit. Like even if they
Yep.
introduce rentals or something, it needs to be a 600 suit of every single category, trade, general, and support that lets people play at any cost that's available.
Yeah,
actually,
them
that's what
putting
somebody
in the rental system would be nice.
made an interesting comment on the rental system, which would also
Mhm.
incentivize certain people grouping in clans and having friends and a few things like that. Which, well, there's 2 people that said it. Essentially, being able to rent suits for friends. And someone else pointed out a mobile game that does something similar like that, where you could rent like a hero or champion, whatever they're called in the game that they were talking about, and you can like rent one thing from a friend, or like you could rent so many, but only one per friend that you had, or whatever. So it'd be
Mhm.
kind of interesting if you could put up like 5 clan suits that people in your clan get. Maybe it can't use parts. Maybe it has to
Yeah,
do
I mean
maybe
that
it's
would
like the
that would
trial
have to be the
system, right?
caveat for sure.
Yeah, like you can't
Yeah, I was
use
actually gonna say they should do like MSGO instead of doing the rental system. Just have it to where you can set up a clan mobile suit from like a list, and players that don't have their own suits can just opt to use a clan mobile suit. That way, it'll be covering whatever cost or whatever. And it might maybe even it's just really basic, and it can be whatever class in the game. Like let's say it's just a GM trainer, but you can literally change it between raid support and general or something like that. But it's just a rental, no parts. Depending, and maybe the skills change depending. Like general has dodge roll, raid has maneuver armor, support gets screwed, and you just do something like that. Magnus typing, so
Yeah. Sorry, I got.
no reaction from him.
I mean that. Yeah, as far as that goes, that pretty much the same kind of thing, something like that. Work.
Yeah, I also like the idea of having the friend thing because you have to have friends for that. Feels bad, man. No friends.
I mean, in clans, you actually still have to have at least someone who knows you. So
Hey, man, you just join some random clan, right?
just start putting in
enrollment.
initials and like, let me in.
But
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there are a bunch of clans we can just join, right?
There you go. But yeah,
They should put
I
that
was
in the
answering
tutorial. For the love of God, just get into a clan.
Get into a clan right now.
No, for real. Like this
Some
week,
mobile
this
games
week
do
has
that.
been amazing though. How many people's plans have went up like 5 or 6 levels just in a
Yeah,
week
we
or
already
2?
exhausted our bonuses for sure.
Yeah, our bonuses were gone in like the first 3 days or whatever, but I have still not collected mine. So every time I find myself running around in circles, I'm like, oh yeah, I should go click on the clan terminal. No, don't do it.
Game in the system. Watch them make
friend mobile suit rentals.
Watch them make the time that it's actually in there like shorter. Once they realize people are doing it, like not today.
I just feel like friend rentals would be exploitable too. Because they had something like that, Maniac should immediately open up a Patreon page
Oh my god.
and be like, "Yo, dog, what mobile suit you want? Hit me up.
Oh
Gundam
my gosh,
Maniac,
for real
PSN.
though.
I got you."
For real though, man.
Like a
Literally,
picture of
it's just a
Maniac,
revolving
But see,
door.
that's-
mobile suit Gundam
Like, what suits you
background,
got? Let me see
pointing
those
at the
suits.
double Zeta.
Well, I mean, as,
You know,
as
the
far
funny
as
thing
what
is that,
you said though,
Pokemon
right?
Go had that for streams. Like, hey, what Pokemon you got? You want to trade real quick? Like, bruh.
But like, from what you said though, Emblem, like,
Mhm.
of course that would probably be a thing for some people, for sure.
Right.
But the one thing though, you know, they kind of are like, you know, the Wells, they get the
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 medals.
Wells are gonna be Wells regardless.
The
right?
Wells get the medals.
Wells
It
are
helps.
generally-
It trickles down. It helps people out because they got,
Okay,
you know, they
trickle down
pop the,
economy.
they pop
Oh,
the,
no.
they pop the platinum. They pop the platinum
Mhm.
stuff like that. That was their description of like justifying platinum medals to people and it not being pay to win. Like their actual thing was like, yeah, because people spend a lot of money, then they can help out free
It spills
players.
down to help the other players. Yeah.
It's communal.
I
So-
mean, I still think medals are a very good thing for the game. Like,
Oh, well,
I
yeah,
don't think
I
they're
mean,
bad whatsoever.
I don't think they're that horrible, but I still wish there was an easier way to get them by just super grinding. And again, super grinding. But like, I don't know. That would incentivize people to play more than just 3 games and leave. Like that's the problem. Like you can,
Retention for this game is still kind of rough.
like you're gated
do
behind
you
like.
think the 3 games and leave thing is just burnout though? Because I mean,
I would.
I don't
play-
know.
I mean, I play.
I don't know.
more
I feel
just
like our
because-
burnout is as a result of more than 3 games.
Right?
I don't know if we're really a good
Hmm.
sample bed for that kind of question.
I just feel like if you're just doing the 3 and quitting, it's because you've been playing for longer than a while. Because I mean, I don't know.
I think for some people, it's just the game gives them a clear objective for the day. They do it, and they're like, "Oh, well, that's it. That's good."
Yeah, and I guess I should say there are some people, like, I mean, I'm feeling it right now, who literally don't only have enough time. Like, they want to play,
Yeah,
but they
It's not-
literally only have enough time before they, like, because they have to get home, unwind, do
Not
stuff,
supposed to.
whatever, and like literally 3 games is all they have. So I mean, I guess I have to think about that too. It's just like, I don't know, but
we're grown men. Emblem.
Well, okay.
It's
Well,
sometimes-
yeah.
how about before I started streaming the game though too, right?
Mhm.
I was just like, okay, I need enough DP. Now this was back again before we had medals and before we had, you know, any kind of nice thing that would give you extra DP for doing monthly missions and stuff like that, or any clan DP
Right.
or anything like that. So it was like, okay, I gotta buy this new mobile suit for 40,000 DP. Okay, this is gonna take me like 300
billion
games. Let's
matches.
go.
Mhm.
Because
And now with the new heroic medal system, you don't have to play that many because all the wells trickle down and you get them from hard work and effort and stuff, right?
I mean, I do get DP a whole lot faster, but and XP. That's the other thing. Like I didn't hit corporal before till like 3 months in, and on like one of my alts that is corporal already is already like sergeant just because of the games I played, and that was just you know, just pretty much just playing on that account, being like, yeah, let's try this. Let's see how it feels playing on just an alt account that I played for a week. It's really far behind. So, you know, I spent some of the tokens, got some suits. Luckily, ended up with a 550. So I was like, okay, we're good. Now let's see what happens. And, you know, it's already sergeant. And it's like, what? How did this even happen? Because before, just getting to corporal, like, so first of all, that account I played for a week and got to corporal. And then after that, it's like, okay, cool. So, like, not even a day and it's already sergeant. Wow, this is silly. So overall, the amount of progression you can get toward the end of the month, especially with these platinum medals popping, and it being an account that also, I will say this, it is an account that is considered a return account, I think, for that one.
That's gonna be another.
Oh wait,
thing
no,
we'll see.
that was right. The other one, okay, so
Once
that
the
one,
stats are out too.
that one was the return account one. The other one is still getting a ton of XP, and it's almost sergeant as well, but it actually, I logged onto it like sometime like right before the event started. Like I got on it like a little over a month ago. So just missed the 45 days on that one. But yeah, it's been a nice way to get some clan points. Yeah.
I guess too, Magnum. So let me ask you this then: what do you, what exactly are you wanting to see? Are you like, do you just want to change the mission structure, or
I
make
mean, I
it?
would like to see the mission structure changed a little bit to add. I mean, even if
Because I
they
do
just
agree with
added
Platinum, they
missions,
made it a bit more pay to win,
like if
in some regard.
I mean, right now, if you grind, and the missions that they already have are pretty grindy as it is. So either put a few more that are under like a couple that are under those and a couple that are over those kind of thing on each of them, then you'd have maybe 20 missions you could grind, and then so you could at least get the silver pretty much by yourself playing like a madman, and then the rest
Let me
is
ask you this:
gated
can you
behind the
currently
tokens.
get to Platinum just buying tokens?
I mean, you'll probably have to actually spend them on rolls and get some tickets with that, but yes.
Well, I'm not even including that. Like, I just don't know how many token missions they are.
I
Because,
mean, I
like,
kind of
you know,
include the tickets in with that too.
I feel you because the idea is that you're going to spend, but I'm just wondering, like, straight up just buying tokens
Okay, buying tokens,
before
you
even
can
that.
get
And just for those of you watching, I get what I feel. I feel what Magnum's saying, and I
I think it's
agree. I wish it'd be nice for free
18
play
or 19
people to get more
missions.
stuff. 18 or 19. Okay, so you can't even
Oh
get
yeah, yeah.
there
Sorry,
because it's
I didn't
28,
even count.
right?
So there's 19 or 20.
Okay.
It's 38 actually.
Oh, 38? Okay. So what's gold again then? 30? 28?
30.
Okay, so you need 8 more. So you can't even get there. So you'd have to do spins. How many is it? So how many ticket missions are there? There's monthly mobile suit, which we will theoretically get.
Yeah, so 19 token missions for sure. Go ahead and recount it. And then for tickets, 12.
Probably not going to get all the ticket missions. Well,
I mean, 220 tickets.
yeah, it's not that hard. If
That's
you
not that
if you
hard
got
if
enough
you're
if you got enough
you're
tokens to get all of the token missions, you could get that many tickets just from spinning.
Yeah, I know. As an example, Maniac bought 200 plus tokens and spun with those and had it
Jesus.
on the first day.
Right.
So, and if you're buying that many tokens, you probably have at least one of the 1 to 3 monthly suits.
Right.
You would hope,
Three,
right?
you would hope. Yeah, and then you probably, if you've been playing the game for at least a month, you get 3 for free, and then the medals themselves also count as a mission. So you instantly get an extra mission done just by getting the medal. So when you get 14,
True.
you
Right.
technically have 15, and when you get 20, you have 21, 30, you have 31. So
if you did so if you do every pay to win thing, you still can't get platinum. You have to have some gameplay in as well. Then,
if you do every pay to win thing, if you're just counting the tickets and the tokens, then that's
I'll say the
33.
platinum upgrades too, or like the actual metal upgrades. So it's bronze, silver, and gold. Like tiers getting added in. Is that still 33? Or would that be 36?
That's 33 with the bronze, silver, and gold. And then if you had the monthly suits, you'd be at 37. And then if you had the previous month stuff, you'd be at 40.
40. Okay. So you could get there if you played the prior month.
And then as far as actual playing though, I mean you'd have to win 20 battles. That's super easy.
Look, even the whales have to play a little bit. No.
Beat a rival 15 times. See, what else do we got that's pretty simple to do? Oh yeah, here we go. The containers. The amount of containers that you can get. Get 1 container. Get 5 containers. So if you do get the gold right out the gate, you can get 2
Right.
more missions in that day. Now, technically, you could get very unlucky with box drops, but if you got the gold,
which is unfortunate.
you're probably gonna get. I normally get most of my boxes once I get gold, but if I'm like under gold, I pretty much I get like 1 or 2 boxes a day. If I have like silver, but if I have gold, especially now that I have platinum, I pretty much have almost all my boxes every day with platinum.
They do feel like they come a little bit faster.
But you do get a passive drop rate, and then you get the active drop rate that stacks on top. So that's another thing. So you got a 8% passive drop rate just for having the platinum, and then it's a 25% drop rate if you pop it. So that's 33% chance per game. Essentially, 1 in 3.
I'll just say this. I think my final thing on it would just be, maybe I'm a beaten dog, but the stuff that you're talking about, definitely, like, I would say for certainty, they probably wouldn't admit it, but like, what you're talking about is exactly what they intend, and that's just because that's the money model for a game like this. They dangle just enough to get the more casual players to want to work for it. But I don't know. There are other games that I've heard about that are a little bit more fair in that regard. I don't know. I really don't know the finer points of like the monetary makings of mobile games. You know, FGO, I feel like gives their players crappy rates. It's like 1% in that game for any like bannery type unit or whatever at the highest rarity for them or something like that. So
yeah, I haven't.
I just feel like that's the
that,
business
but
model,
as far
and it
as
sucks.
and I don't know whether a friend of mine's just trying to get me into it, or they've paid in, so they're justifying what they've done, kind of thing. But the way, so I don't know how it plays, so I don't know. But what they've told me is that it's really not pay to win at all. So like, even if you well for a thing, you still gotta grind like a crazy person. No matter if you pay, no matter whatever you do, you still gotta grind like a crazy person. So you might as well just take what you get and play the game like a madman and go ham. So I don't know what you
That
get
sounds like
for
some of the stuff you hear about Romancing Saga. Like, there are units that are better at doing the things, but if you train a team up and work with it, you can do all the content with them too. That's what it sounds like. An FGO plays kind of like a turn-based RPG kind of thing, Magnum.
Yeah, I mean, I know the gameplay, but I didn't know like what the actual mechanics of the gameplay is.
From when I played, it's real simple. It's just you attack, you can debuff, heal. When you charge up enough energy, you get access to the servants' special attacks, noble phantasms. Different things do different stuff. And there's a lot of that going for it.
Yeah, I thought about looking at it just to try it, but it's a mobile game. And so far you guys got me into Romancing Saga, so I'm like, okay, let's just play this for now. This is that I'm going to bed, turn blue light mode off on my phone, turn all this on, lay back, play, pass out, kind of situation.
Yeah, and ultimately, I guess it just comes down to how invested you are in whatever the thing is. Like, I know for me, I really don't even play mobile games unless the IP and invest like in it is something that I'm interested in.
Speaking of
like
which,
Saga, Macross.
I'm not doing anything with my expeditions right now.
Oh god.
Oh no, I'm staring into the sun, guys.
But I digress. We've probably been on this one a bit too long, Magnum, and we're probably over time as well.
2.5.
Hey, we're at 2 hours 9 right now. So we've
why?
we've kept it, but it is midnight. We did start a bit late, so if we wanted to end by midnight, we've technically hit our time frame.
Yeah, our dress is back into rags. The pumpkin carriage is already just a pumpkin again.
Oh no.
But yeah, the overall, we can go ahead and do some suit speculation, and then we can do some shoutouts, wrap it up. So let's go ahead and what do we think? What do we think the next suit's gonna be now? Like, I was not expecting this one out of some of the other suits. Like, I was expecting a higher cost first of all, and something a little more intense. But when did this one show up in Double Zeta?
I think this one was Chara's suits too. Wasn't she?
Which means it
isn't
probably
this her,
lasted like an episode or something.
Yeah, isn't I think it's like one of the first suits she may have shown up in. I can't really remember. I have to like watch the episodes, but I think I'm pretty sure the quote is one of hers. I think Maniac said something about it the other day.
Okay, yeah, apparently around like episode 12 or something. Because I couldn't remember. Was it on?
What?
Sorry, I looked at that. That quote was when she was grabbing her boob.
It's true.
But was that on the colony? I can't remember if that was on the like. Or was the Hama Hama in the moon colony? I can't remember now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it was in the moon colony. Okay, it was in the moon colony. Yeah. Okay, I couldn't remember. Like we just watched Double Zeta not too long ago, so I was just like, so I'm pretty fresh on it. I'm just like, wait, which where what? I remember this stuff, right? This wasn't that long ago. But no, I'm completely drawn and blank on like everything. I'm like, yeah, it's been too long. So, yeah, I don't know where to take this question out, because I guess we're in Double Zeta. I mean, this proves that they're just going to be doing Double Zeta stuff most likely. So I guess the good question is, do you think we're going to get the method
after the anniversary? Absolutely.
And then do you think we're going to get another form of the Double Zeta, or another kind of like Gundam style suit? I feel like we're going to have to get another Gundam during this event.
Nothing against Neo Zeon or anything, but I feel like we have to have some kind of Gundam slash, I'll call it like Federation style, Federation AU style suit. They got to give us something that's not a mono eye.
Right.
Maybe they can give us a mono eye. Just give it to Sisquid, whatever. But yeah, and maybe it will be the Fats Faz full armor Double Zeta, mass produced full armor Double Zeta, whatever, F2 something. But I think we need some other Gundam looking guy.
For sure.
Or maybe even a Hazel.
Whoa.
But I like the idea of the Game Arc. I'll say next week will be the Game Arc support.
You know what? I would take that. That would be awesome. We don't have to have a transforming support yet. If we just have beams everywhere, more beams, give me mega particle beam.
I mean, that thing would pretty much be like a high cost version of the gun cannon detector, I feel like.
Yeah, and then
with funnels.
Like Zeon.
Like while you're stun locking someone, your funnels. Yeah.
Like the Zeon.
While you're stun locking someone to death, your mother funnels and stuff are just melting them to shreds. That'd be pretty.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Let's go.
That's the way they make supports defensible. They just intensify. It's like we need defensive maneuvers on supports. Take all the guns,
Dovin
It's
Wolf
like I can
might not be
attack. I can
a bad
attack
choice
while
either.
attacking.
Yeah, I feel like since this is kind of earlier on, I wonder if we're gonna get which one did Mashimar have before? Was it the Zaku 3? Did he have his
I
custom?
think his first suit was. I think the Gallus J was the first suit he showed up in.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
got the cut.
So we already got that before anything, but then he got the custom right after, right?
I believe so.
And then exploded and died. Spoilers.
Come on, Sama!
Banzai!
So when did the Dovin Wolf show up? Because I'm wondering if they're gonna actually have more stuff toward the early part of the series rather than later.
Rakan or whatever. What's his name? Was in that?
I always forget his name.
Oh well, yeah, but I mean,
He's in like every
when,
Super
when
Robot
did it?
Wars with Double Zeta.
I think he showed up later though. Is kind of what I'm getting at though.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I feel like he showed up in the teen episodes, but I have no
That was
basis.
it.
That's probably Magnum's house invader.
That was Storm. But yeah, the that's an idea. So I kind of want to see. I definitely kind of want to see either that or the Zusa for the support though. For a general,
Zissa has to be the support. I'll be pissed if it's not.
yeah, right. For a general, I would like to see the Dolphin Wolf. I think would that be a raid? Raid? I don't know. I want to see
The
Zaku
Dovin Wolf,
custom.
from what I know, Mecha and other chat people are saying is comparable to the Double Zeta, so it could be a raid.
I feel like if it's comparable, they'd probably just make. I think the only time they've like done it being the same type is with the early Blue Destiny suits. I remember that. Oh, I think I forget if they had separate banners or not, but like technically the War in the Pocket suits are both generals too.
Right.
What do we want to see for a raid? I know we just got one, but what else would you like to see as a raid? I know what Emblem's thinking already. Cubulate, right?
No, I want the Cubulate to be a general, so I don't feel bad when I play it. It's already going to be space only.
Oh
Like,
no.
I don't need to get punished. I don't know. I don't see the Cubulate being a raid, just because the Zeong is the way it is.
Out.
Like, I feel like it would be more of a general, honestly. I mean, it'd be cool. Nothing like getting bullied.
Get bullied in style.
Yeah. Are there any antagonist suits that aren't raids? Gato got a raid. Norris got a raid. See, I don't know if Seema counts, but Seema's in a general.
For the Marine, but like.
Oh, I guess I'm talking about rival characters. Oh, but Gerber Tetra. Okay.
I was gonna say Tetra. She got a raid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at
Char,
the list right now.
Char has generals.
Yeah. That's because he liked to use like jobber suits.
Hama is definitely going to be a raid. Definitely could see the Hama.
In any suit. Gets jobbed in any suit. Like, fuck it.
Can't remember what somebody said, but I think they just said it the. Wait, what is this thing again? I don't know. It would be interesting to see the Methus come out as a raid. I'm gonna go with the Methus raid. But anyway, yeah, that sounds like good. Oh, the Bawu.
Bawu.
I think the Bob would be a raid.
How could I forget that one? Talking
Shield
about,
shotgun, bang bang.
The Babu is like the
Oh,
early
no.
Tarzan refined idea. Just a collection of triangles that resembles it very closely. That was the thing about like 80s Gundam suits. They definitely took that 80s like geometric aesthetic super tough. All the feet are just triangles and shit.
Right.
Look at my big flaps that aren't shields. My favorite.
For real though. But yeah, shotgun shield. Ooh, that's scary.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I am sensing that it's outro time.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's go ahead and get into some shoutouts, and yeah, we'll wrap it up.
But yeah, Goose
Short
Seven
episode of Downtime and Hangar.
X triple I on all social media except, well, I really don't do much on my Instagram. But secondary game is still Yakuza Kiwami 2. Gonna be wrapping that up eventually and trying to figure out a different game. Still doing GBO2 dailies every day, and our secondary clan GKN is recruiting still. I think clan matches are gonna be, what did we say? The first? Yeah. First of the month. So get ready for that.
Woo.
And hopefully I will see you guys around on the Twitches.
And I am GamingEmblem, and I play Banana Boat.
Banana Boat.
That was it, man.
that was it.
Banana Boat speaks. Banana Boat speaks for itself.
A very intense flex Banana Boat.
Oh, the banana boat flex. Oh my gosh, not lewd at all. But
Absolutely
anyway,
not.
oh, by the way, GBO days should be next week as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be next Thursday.
We get our Gundam welfare, yay.
Yeah, so
Gundam welfare
reminder
during
to
Gundam
anybody.
welfare.
Hey, there we
Yeah.
go. Super Gundam welfare. Let's go.
Ultra welfare.
But anyway, I'm EG Magnum. I stream on Twitch, got a Discord, Twitter, YouTube channel, stuff like that. Possibly gonna be doing some in beyond split screen again after this, maybe. I don't know how long I'll be doing that, but other than that, tomorrow probably some more in beyond and maybe GBO dailies or Ghost of Tsushima or something like that. I don't know. Got quite a bit to play right now. Got Hades to play as well, so that'll be up probably on the weekend or early next week. Then the tabletop on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, as usual, and podcast again at its new time from now on at 9 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. But anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Let us know in the comments down below what you thought about what we had to talk about. What would you like to hear us talk about in the future? But anyway, guys, that'll be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.
Later.